10 anime where the main character is overpowered transfer student. Welcome to Anime Town. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 animes where the main character is overpowered transfer student. Especially look forward to the top 3. They have some really strong bad boys. Now make sure you push that like and subscribe button. Well then, shall we begin? The first one on our list is Full-Time Magister. To start things off, we have a Chinese anime that follows the story of a teenage boy named Mo Fan. He isn't all really that friendly or outgoing. Unexpectedly, he somehow gets isekai to a different world. Here, the term science doesn't exist. Instead, there is magic and its essence that runs the world. Of course, there are also plenty of schools that teach the students how to be proficient in the art of magic. However, not everyone is born with the same level of potential, which is why there's a lot of discrimination among students. As for Mo Fan, he is now a son of a poor laborer, and his sister is crippled. He decides to enroll in one of these schools in order to eventually be able to take care of his family and repay his father for everything he has done for him. Little did he know, his poor background would make him the laughingstock of his magic school. Number 9. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. This is an isekai anime that switches things up a notch. It's not just one person who gets isekai to a new fantasy world. Rather, ever since a certain syndrome came to service, tens of thousands of people have traveled to fantasy worlds. Furthermore, there have also been rare instances where the individuals could keep the special magical abilities that they acquired from all those fantasy worlds. These people are supposed to enroll in a special school. The protagonist is also in a similar situation. His name is Katsuki Osawa, and he's not only defeated the Demon Lord but also kidnapped his daughter and brought her to Earth. Now, how will he hide the fact that he has the Demon Lord's daughter living with him? At number 8, we have Wise Man's Grandchild. This story begins in a fantasy world. There is a national hero hailed for his contributions and heroic deeds for the kingdom. But that man doesn't seek fame or glory. All he wants is to live a quiet and peaceful life. He lives away from the population in the rural woods and spends most of his time raising an orphan he saved. He names this young boy Shin. Little does he know that this orphan is a grown man from another world who got isekai to this world. Years pass and Shin grows stronger. At the age of 15, the wise man finally enrolls this boy in the Kingdom of Magic's academy. But for Shin, who hasn't really interacted with anyone but his foster grandfather for the past decade or so, how will he be able to fit into the new social life? Number 7. World Break Aria of Curse for a Holy Swordsman. In this world, there are certain individuals who somehow retain the memories of their previous lives. These folks are taught in a private academy on how to fully utilize their potential so that they can defeat the notorious monsters called metaphysicals. Now, these students are classified into two types. There are those who can summon offensive weapons, while the other specializes in using magic. The main character, named Moroha Haimaru, is someone who lives quite an eventful life. He comes across several girls who reveal their connections with him from their previous lives. But will all these fellows who remain trapped in the past be able to move forward towards a brighter future? Number 6. Noblesse. Noblesse is amongst the most popular Korean webtoons. It has also received an anime adaptation last year. Though it didn't live up to the expectations, the anime adaptation can still be a good getaway for you to get into the Noblesse webtoon. The story follows a man named Rizel and the people associated with him. He woke up from an 800-year-long sleep and was then enrolled to a high school by his loyal servant, Frankenstein. Interestingly enough, this school is also under the chairmanship of Frankenstein, which makes the two of them all the more mysterious. Rizel is now supposed to make friends and live a peaceful life, but there is an organization that is lurking in the shadows and seeking to disrupt his life. Now guys, if you do decide to watch this anime, you should watch the prequel Noblesse Awakening first. Number 5. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. The former prince of an empire named Arcadia somehow ends up in a female dormitory's bathing area. And there he witnesses the kingdom's new princess, Lischart, in all her naked glory. He quickly tries to praise the princess's body, but this only makes things even more awkward. The princess challenges him to a drag ride duel of armored mechanical weapons. Lux has had history with this weapon, but also because of that history, he has become unable to attack during the duel. The duel ends with the princess deciding that Luz will also be attending the academy. However, the academy is girls only, so interesting adventures await our protagonist.
La Fire.
Number 4. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. Imagine being only a 14-year-old boy and yet still having to live every day working tirelessly to make money for your parents. Such is the life of Iruma. He has been working for years while his parents just go on about their lives irresponsibly, until one day they go too far and sell the boy to a demon. Fortunately, this demon didn't buy Iruma as his dinner. Instead, he wanted a grandkid whom he can pamper and dot on. Just like that, Iruma's new life in the demon realm begins. His new grandfather turns out to be the chairman of the school, and from the very first day, Iruma becomes the center of attention. Now, what kind of experiences await this young boy? Alright guys, time for the top 3 picks. Brace yourselves for these upcoming protagonists. Number 3. The Irregular at Magic High School. This is a story that takes place in the distant future where magic has become just as technical as science and is also taught as such. There is a stupid number of complexities that now go into learning magic. The main character, Tatsuya, and his sister enroll into one of the most prestigious magic schools. While his sister gets to be in the first course together with all those elites, he is held up in the second course. These folks are considered weeds. The difference in treatment and the discrimination from other students become instantly apparent. However, little do they know, Tetsuya is a mutant prodigy whose technical skill far surpasses anyone else in the entire vicinity. He is quite literally a national treasure.
もう体術だけなら達也君にはかなわないかもしれないね。殺せ。これで終わりだ。
Number 2. The Fruit of Grisaya. A mysterious boy named Yuji Kazami transfers to the Mihama Academy. He is looking forward to finally living an ordinary life, but as soon as he enters the academy, he immediately realizes that it is far from ordinary. Aside from the principal, there are only 5 other students, and all of them happen to be girls. It takes time, but Yuji eventually becomes acquainted with each of them, their personalities, secrets, and the reason why they are here. Slowly but surely, he begins to learn about the truth of this place and realizes that it is up to him to save these girls. But how can he save them when he can't save himself? At number 1, the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Here we have the protagonist who is arguably the most powerful isekai protagonist of all time. If you have a different contender in mind, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. The man's name is Arnos Voldegod, and he is plot itself. You can kill him, but did you really think he will die? You can get killed by him, but did you really think he will let you die? The story takes place around 2,000 years after his demise. He has now been reincarnated and has enrolled at the Demon King Academy. But for some reason, he gets labeled as a misfit at the Demon King Academy itself. An interesting turn of events indeed, but how will the story continue? So there you go, guys. These were the top 10 anime where the main character is overpowered transferred student. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. I know there are plenty of overpowered anime protagonists out there. How about letting us know who is your favorite in the comments section down below? Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.